Well, it's been a little bit, but this is the next skip, Sauntering Snippets. I've been talking about transgenderism, specifically the phrase peak transgender or peak trans. And I think in the last couple of days we're seeing yet both a positive and a negative in that pronouncement. First is FINA, which is the world official body that governs swimming. And it looks like Leah Thomas, née William Thomas, the transgender swimmer from University of Pennsylvania, who was number 462 in the world as a guy, decided he was a gal, took the hormonal treatments, dropped out, and then went back to swimming for UPenn instead of as a guy, as a gal, and soared right to number one. A couple of interviews later, it's turned out he is very narcissistic, really thinks only of his own happiness, not a care in the world about his teammates, who seemingly hate his guts. I can understand why. You've got this male masquerading as a female, parading in his all-together birthday suit in a quote-unquote safe space for women. Here we go with the intersectionality gone wrong bit, running amok. So they don't like him. They don't like the idea that he has taken away a spot on the team, championship decisions or swims, basically lapping the field just about. Well, he's just gotten his comeuppance because FINA, that world body, has just decided no more transgender. If you have went through puberty as a male, you're not going to swim as a gal because it gives you too many physical attributes. This is something we've been saying for years now in Granite Rock. And finally, the science is breaking through the politics, because now they've made it clear that this is not just a one-off. We've seen it in bicycle races. We've seen it in golfing. We've seen it in weightlifting. Sport after sport after sport, guys masquerading as gals, thinking that they are something that they biologically cannot be, are starting to crowd out the gals. And the feminists now have finally realized we're becoming second-rate citizens, if indeed no citizens at all in the sports, because of Title 10. They're all getting wiped out. So FINA has said, no more. So Leah Thomas, née William Thomas, goal to swim in the Olympics and to further his career professionally in professional swimming, has now been given the boot, shown the door, dropped through the trap door. He's walked into the invisibility box, never to be seen again, as far as being able to compete at the level that he expected to compete. Now, the funny thing is that the worldwide soccer official body, whose name escapes me for the moment, I think it's FIFA, but I'm not sure, has decided that we're going to drop all testosterone standards. Law of Unintended Consequences. Now, that loudmouth Rapino, who basically sunk, I think it was Wendy's, Subway's franchisees, to the point where the franchise owners were complaining about corporate, stop her. She's killing, with the ads that she was in, killing our business because people aren't liking this. In other words, go woke, go broke. And they just didn't seem to understand that people don't like having this kind of sexuality ideology shoved down their throats. So, yeah, no testosterone standards at all. So what does this mean? Well, on Granite Rock, we've talked about boys' teams, under 15, high school kids, beating national women's teams handily. The guys turned out, even though they're just teenagers, turned out to be bigger, stronger, faster, with higher endurance, more accurate, and the girls couldn't compete. The girls' nationals team, or the women's nationals team, thought, oh, this will just be a tune-up. It'll be fun for them, fun for us, and we'll be on the winning side. Yeah, that did not work out well for them. So now, I think the phrase that we see often on the in the blogosphere, especially on Instapundit, is harder and better. Well, this is what they're asking for. They're basically saying that all guys are free to enter whatever they want as far as all levels of soccer controlled by this official body. So I cannot wait for an all-star high school team to decide, yep, let's go and kick the girls off their own teams. Or Division 1, Level B men thinking, well, we're not going to get drafted by professionals in the guys' leagues. Let's just take over the girls' leagues. I mean, it's already happened in a couple of places, in a couple of sports. So I just cannot wait to see this turn of events. It really is a case of, really, it's wokeness, folks. The militant transgenders have fought so hard to be seen and accepted and affirmed for something that they are not. It's not unusual to see this kind of a result. When the politically motivated use politics to get their own way, to be the bullies, to force everybody to bow to their agenda, that's what you get. I will say, however, with the swimming, reasonableness and sanity are finally coming to the fore. With soccer, it's going to come over them like a lead balloon. We'll see what happens, but I'm glad to see that swimming is finally decided that testosterone counts, puberty counts, and that girls can't hope to win against guys.
In 1.5
It's just the way it is.
Continue on the current
And
road
this
on
is Skip Sauntering Snippets, and I wish my GPS would be quiet.
Crop TV.